In this video, we shall learn about the use of the pulse oximeter for checking oxygen saturation. Indications for using a pulse oximeter in the newborn care unit are on any newborn receiving oxygen therapy, on any sick newborn in the unit, during resuscitation of the newborn to monitor target oxygen saturations, during transport of a sick newborn within the hospital or to a referral hospital. Pulse oximeters have to be connected to AC power connection through the power cord provided. If the battery is fully charged, it can be used without AC power, especially during transport of babies. The front panel of the pulse oximeter contains the knobs or buttons for turning on or off the pulse oximeter, mute the alarm, adjusting the brightness of the screen, upward and downward arrows to adjust the settings, indicators of battery status, AC adapter connections. The LED display shows the following: SpO2 display and the upper and lower limit set for oxygen saturation, heart rate display along with the upper and lower limits, perfusion index and its display, plethysmographic tracing, which can be a wave-like trace or a stack of bars. Let us now try and understand how to set the alarm limits. For oxygen saturation, the lower limit should be set at 90% and the upper limit at 95% for preterm babies. For heart rate, the lower limit should be set at 100 per minute and the upper limit at 160 per minute. Before connecting the oxygen saturation probe, one should clean the SpO2 probe with alcohol-based antiseptic solution before applying on the baby. Clean both the inner and the outer surfaces. The SpO2 probe should be applied to the baby's hand, wrist or foot with light-emitting diode on one side and the photodetector on the opposite side for a good quality signal. Connect the machine end of the probe to the respective slot. Make sure that it is connected firmly and the red light is blinking in the probe before application. Make sure that the pleth wave is good, the heart rate tracing is stable before documenting the SpO2. Some important points to be noted for maintenance. Handle the SpO2 probes gently. Do not pull while removing from the baby. Clean before and after every use. Change the site of the probe every day to avoid burns. When not in use, keep the probe safe and well protected. Let us now try and understand some troubleshooting. In case of an alarm due to abnormally high or low oxygen saturation or heart rate, that is, beyond the set alarm limits, it can be muted by pressing the mute button. For a longer pause alarm, mute button can be pressed twice or thrice. Alarm, if any, can be visually identified. A poor signal can be due to cold extremities, excessive ambient light, excessive movement of the limbs, or low perfusion. For cold extremities, one should remove the probe and reapply in a different site. Wait for the baby to get warm. For excessive ambient light, one should switch off the light source if possible or cover the extremity with a cloth. For excessive movement of a limb, the baby should be comforted and the site of the probe can be changed. Low perfusion requires appropriate treatment measures to improve perfusion. Newer versions of pulse oximeters have built-in algorithms to minimize disturbances due to these factors. Some don'ts. Do not allow excess ambient light to shine on the probe. If so, cover the probe with an opaque material. Do not tie the BP cuff proximal to the limb where the probe is fixed. Do not place equipment generating an electromagnetic signal in the vicinity. Do not run the oximeter on battery alone if backup power is available. During transport, pulse oximeter can be used with a battery backup. Ensure the battery is charged fully. In some of the pulse oximeters, only the display panel can be dismantled for transport and it can be run on a battery. During resuscitation, Connecting the SpO2 probe first to the baby and then to the monitor has been found to provide a faster signal. Thank you.